Hey everybody, how's it going? Just wanted to give a quick word about supervision. We're going to be talking a lot about the different requirements involved in being able to sit for the exam to become a BCBA. One of the biggest ones is acquiring the supervision that you need to be able to sit for the exam. So here's the deal. Under the current task list, you need to accrue 1,500 hours of supervised independent fieldwork. Now you can start accruing those hours as soon as you begin taking behavior analytic coursework. So by virtue of the fact that you've started taking 8013, you're good to go to start accruing hours. The trick is finding yourself a supervisor, someone that's already a BCBA that's willing to provide that supervision for you. Now, hopefully, you and your supervisor should be having all of these discussions about what's involved in supervision and all the things that you need to do. But the bottom line is, just to make it clear, you need to be supervised for 5% of the hours that you're looking to accrue. Okay, so if you're doing behavior analytic work out in your setting, the most you can accrue per month is 130 hours. If you're accruing 130 hours of supervised hours, you have to be directly supervised by your BCBA that's doing your supervision for about 6.5 hours per month. Okay, there are lots of forms that the BACB wants you to fill out so that you're keeping track of all those hours. There's an Excel spreadsheet that you use for each day to make sure that you're logging the hours that you did each day. There's also a form that you and your supervisor will create that documents every time you and your supervisor meet so that those hours are documented. Then there's also a monthly verification form that you and your supervisor will fill out and both sign that indicates, hey, these are the hours that were accrued during this month. And then finally, there'll be a final supervision verification form. I'm putting up links to all of those forms as well as to the supervision standards right here with this announcement for you to take a look at with your supervisor. And I appreciate that it can be confusing. But the bottom line is, as you're thinking about accruing your supervision, your experience hours, there's got to be a BCBA that's supervising you. Okay, they've got to supervise you at this point at least 2 times per month. They've got to observe you working with clients at least 2 times per month, and it's got to be for 5% of the total number of hours that you're planning on collecting. Now, there are also some other distinctions, things like restricted versus unrestricted hours. Okay, that it's got to be at least 50% unrestricted hours. These are all conversations that you should be having with your supervisor, okay, to make sure that you're getting the kind of experience that you need to be able to sit for the exam. So definitely have these conversations with your supervisor. But if you're finding that you're not getting the answers that you need, if you're confused, if your supervisor is confused, please don't hesitate to reach out to me so that I can help you get this all squared away. I also want to point out, we've been talking about the changing requirements that are coming on January 1st, 2022. It's really important that you keep this in mind, okay? Hopefully you're going to be through everything and be able to sit for the exam before January 1st, 2022. But here's the thing. If you're not, if you don't, then you're expected to meet the coursework requirements, but also the supervision requirements for the new task list, for the new requirements that go into effect on January 1st, 2022, regardless of when those hours were accrued. And there are some pretty significant changes that take place then, okay? There's a change from it being 1,500 hours to being 2,000 hours, so that's quite a big jump. There's also a change in requirements from there being 2 points of contact per month at a minimum to there being 4 points of contact per month at a minimum, okay? That's really significant because if you start accruing hours now and you're only having 2 points of contact and you don't get it all done by January 1st, 2022, those hours aren't going to count because you only had 2 points of contact. So it's really important that you figure things out now, whether you're going to be able to get everything done that you need to get done before January 1st, 2022. I know that I'm throwing a ton at you with that, okay? So please talk with your supervisor and do not hesitate to reach out to me, okay? So that we can have ongoing conversations about this. I want to make sure that everybody is in the best position possible to meet the requirements to be able to sit for the exam. Thanks a lot. Talk to you all soon.